before we let you go, man, we ask everybody that comes on this question, man. So just talk about your welcome to the NFL moment, bro.
Oh, I would say my rookie year, my first game, we're playing Baltimore, and we had just come off losing the Super Bowl to Green Bay, and so I don't know what to expect. And I'm watching the game, and you know, this game we got blown out, man, versus Baltimore, and you know that's a big rivalry. So I'm like, all right, it's gonna be a hard hitting game. And I see, you know, Haloti Nada, he clotheslines Rashard Mendenhall, and I'm like, dang, am I in the right sport? I don't know if I'm physical enough. Man, you know, and there were a lot of plays that were very physical, and that's when you can really still hit. So, you know, I'm glad that I got past that moment, because after that, I was ready to go.
I like it.
But my first game, I was like, dang, these dudes can hit.
Yeah. And like you said, though, back then, man, in 11, you definitely could still hit it. The rules were not like how they were now, man.
Yes, you could use the crown of your helmet, and, you know, they were looking for blood back then.
Oh, yeah. That way. And look, you'll make ESPN, man. They would have highlighted those plays, man.
Yes. Hands down.
You know, I think it was in training camp, and the reporter I was doing pretty good in training camp, and they had a strike that year, so the veteran players wasn't in. We was getting a lot of reps, and the reporter came up to me and said, "Well, Mr. Shell, can I interview you after lunch?" I said, "Sure." And the first thing I was about, he said, Do you know that you're a long shot to make this team? I said, I said, no. I said, no. He said, yeah, you know, you was undrafted. You're not going to get a lot of reps and stuff. Usually free agents don't get a lot of reps and different things and of that. And you're not going to get a lot of time, practice time. And so you're a long shot. You know, everything he said was true. But I say this, and I hope young people are listening. Sometimes you got to go against the grain. And my response was the same response I just said earlier about when Coach Jeffers told me you put your pads on. I looked at him and said, very emphatically, I said, look, when I put my pads on, my coach told me when I got up here, if I put my pads on just like everybody else, I got good as chance to make this team as anybody else.
Okay.
And he was taken aback. I said, no. I said, I'm going to work hard.
I like that.
So that was my moment there, and I share that story because I don't want people in general and also young people to give up, because everything he said was right, but sometimes you just got to go against the grain of that.
No question.
To get to where you need to go.
No question. Believing in yourself, man. Understanding that, hey, if you believe it, then you can achieve it.
At that time, that there was a tradition that rookies had to get up, stand in their chair, put their hand on their heart, and sing the school song. And so I remember being before the draft, I thought, I want to play in the NFL, but I'm not going to get up in the chair and sing my school song for anybody.
Okay, here we go.
And so anyway, I got there late, and at lunchtime, I'm sitting there. I'm eating as fast as I can because I'm thinking somebody's going to ask me to sing the school song, and I'm not going to do it. I made up my mind. No matter what it cost, I wasn't going to do it.
All right.
So they didn't ask me, but I didn't understand that it happens in the evening meal, and so now everybody, all the other rookies have been singing for 2 weeks. Because I was late coming to training camp because of being in that college all-star game.
Right.
So that night, they said, John, stand up and sing the school song. And so I remember that feeling, you know. And I remember the guy. His name was Bruce Van Dyke. He was the starting right guard. Said, sing the school song, and everybody's laughing and hollering and hooping. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, okay? Absolutely.
Yeah, and so I stood up slowly and I looked at him and I said, "No."
Uh oh.
And Arthur, the place got quiet. And they, now they're mocking me, and so that was in the evening. We're still in two-a-days, and that next morning practice, for the next 3 days, it was the most miserable. They were cheap shots. And then that night they would say, "You going to sing?" And I'd go, "No." So now, after the fourth day, Joe Green was the number one draft choice. Mm-hmm. So that my rookie year, there was Joe Green, and then I was drafted in LC Greenwood. Yeah. So we were the guys that kind of stuck around for. Actually, we all played 13 years. Came the same year and played 13 years. And but Joe, he had came in late as well, and so now it's the fourth day that I've had to put up with this. And so Joe finally signed. He'd held out. He signed his contract. He comes into camp, and so that evening meal, I'll never forget. So let me see how's the best way to tell this. So now then, they don't ask me. They're hooping and hollering. They say, "Joe, stand up, sing the North Texas State fight song." And Joe stands up, and he has a toothpick in his mouth, and he stands up and he spits it out. And he said, "All right, which one of you?" And he said this word that starts with mother. And he said, "Which one of you is going to make me sing the school song?"
Uh-oh.
And 58 guys grabbed their fork, put their head down, and started eating. And he goes, "That's what I got. That's what I thought."
Oh, man.
And I can tell you this, Arthur, the entire time I was there, and I was there for 23 years, nobody ever sang a song after that. But that's my rookie memory.
I like it, man.